Welcome back to another interview. Today we have another legend here, Ian, which I'm very
It is,
excited to
sir.
have. Yes, I'm very excited to have a conversation. He's one of the OGs also in the community, been with us for quite some time. I think you said April,
Yeah.
so uh,
Yeah, April.
coming to a year, so it's amazing.
Yeah,
Also, you have a very cool story that we'll also touch upon. What was your background,
of
how
course.
you transition into trading? And Ian is currently funded with 100K. But I think aside of money, I think what is more inspiring is how you transition from a certain career to what you're currently doing, and basically all the battles that I think a lot of people will resonate, and I think will be a bit of an inspiration there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, a bit of a background I have. Yeah.
Amazing. So regarding your bit of a background, what were you doing
Yep.
before trading? I know we had a bit of a chat, so
Yep. So right before trading, well, I started at 13 years old. I started dancing, and then I first dance class I took, I knew I wanted to become a professional dancer. Then I became professional dancer and acrobat also. So I worked for Cirque du Soleil, movies, movie Step Up, the fifth one. I'm in it. I don't know if people kind of know that movie. I know it's out there. Yeah, so I was doing circus and dancing and into arts all my teenage years until end of my 20s.
amazing. And what made you think about trading? Because it's quite a different, let's say, path. So what got you
It
into
is.
it, or what called your attention, and then what made you into the industry?
So, I was in a depression for 7 years after the dancing part. So COVID started, and
Hmm.
then I became very, very, very depressive and anxiety. So I was like, my life was turning around then. I didn't know what to do or where to start, but I knew I wanted to become financially independent. I wanted to have freedom. I wanted to have my parents. They gave me so much. I wanted to build something for myself, you know. So I was there in my life. And I was looking around and I started in sales. I was doing door-to-door sales. I was a closer. I was closing people. And then I was like, okay, this is cool, but I want something more. So some people in my sales group, they were a forex trader. So like, what is that? What is forex? Then they explained a bit, and then that always stick with me. It stuck with me for a long time until I decided to kind of go into it, look at what trading is and stuff, and really resonated with me. And I started like that. Yeah, almost 2 years ago now.
So basically, you were trading 1 or 2 years before joining us, 1 year before joining us, right?
Yeah, exactly 1 year.
So how was the process like that? What were you trading? How was actually going? I understand it's probably like a learning phase. You were just getting to know what the market is and
Oh yeah.
all that. But
I
yeah.
used yeah. Yeah, I used to spend 16 hours in front of the chart, just try to learn everything, and it was a lot of hours. I started with YouTube, obviously. Then I
Mhm.
went to some, I know Alex G, a lot of people know him. I started to take his kind of classes and seeing what's up with him. I mean, he does what he does. Good trader, I guess. But that was not for me. That was not the strategy I wanted.
Mhm.
And then I saw Wakar stuff, your stuff on YouTube, and really resonated with me. The way I was looking at the market, the way I was looking at the charts, really resonated with me. So that's how I started with you guys.
Amazing. And obviously, on a first year trading, as you said, you're trying to piece things together, trying to also
Yeah,
shop around until you kind of find, let's say, your place, which I hope you found based on the conversation we're
yeah,
having.
of course.
So how was that transition into it? Because we get traders from different backgrounds. We have traders that have been trading for 10 years, they join us and maybe they want to tweak a few things. We get people that are heavily losing, like from extreme loss, and therefore it's also difficult. You need to fix that, a lot of behaviors. But in your case, probably we still had to fix some stuff, but you're kind of new, like you were still,
Yep.
getting your ground up into trading, because a year I would say
Hmm.
is not enough. Usually those
No.
bad behaviors or habits come after 2 to 3 years of like trying
Yep.
so many strategies. But on your case, I think we still caught you early.
Yeah.
So uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
so how was that
Yes.
transition into our community? Because there's quite some advanced stuff in there.
And the transition was pretty not easy. Well, it was easy because um I focused on the first of all, I focused on the learning all the materials at first, and I was like, okay, that strategy is really speaking to me. That's how I was a bit trading. I was more of a swing trader before, but I'm
Mhm.
way too emotional for that. So I was like, I cannot hold trade overnight, and then 3 days after and a week after, I'm like, I need something quick, something that I can get in and then get out. And the
Yep.
transition was pretty smooth. Started with you guys, did all the masterclass in like 1 or 2 days, really was focused on it. We watched them. And yeah, that's how it all started. Transition was smooth.
Amazing. And regarding that transition, right? Would you say you were in a losing period, break-even period before
Oh
joining us, or
yeah.
what was
Yeah.
a bit of like the situation?
Yeah, so before I was losing everything. I was a bunch of challenges, even my own money and whatever I was losing, 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 losing. And after that, I got break even. So losing, break even, losing, break even. And after
Mhm.
that, it's winning, break even, and it goes there. It's a process. But yeah, I was definitely losing. It's a lot. It's all about psychology. Trading is a lot about psychology. It teaches a lot about myself. Even I'm 34 years old, it still teaches me a lot about myself, about patience and all of that. Yeah, for sure.
And you're saying that you were watching some of, I'll imagine, a lot of Wakar's content online. You also mentioned
Yep.
some of my stuff online.
Yep.
What made you take the step to join us? And did you have any doubts regarding joining?
Of course, we always have doubts. One, when it's a it was an amount of money I had to invest also, but it's an amount of money I need to invest in myself, and I fully trusted the process. But it's online. You see videos. There's a lot of gurus out there. People are talking a lot, and it's not everybody that is legit. So then I took I think it was a 7 day class, whatever, 7 day
Yep.
trial that
Yep.
you had. Yeah. And then really fell in love with it, loved it. And then I spoke to Ted, salesman, really sweet guy. He brought me into everything, explained everything, and I decided to go from there.
Amazing, amazing. What made you end up clicking the button, let's say, because as you said, I think you mentioned a stuff that is very, very important. There's a lot of people speaking online. There's a lot of opportunities, let's say, to join
Yeah.
different places, different communities.
Yeah.
I mean, not because it's my company, but I think we're trying to innovate a lot on the system side of things, how we're trying to teach, not just to
Yeah.
have a few videos or course, let's say, but actually
Hmm.
have like a mini university online where people can join. I would say almost daily classes to up to 14 hours on the weekends. And
Yes.
also, aside from that, like the journaling we've created inside, the AI Wakar, AI Alex, that you can basically have us in your pocket 24/7, all that stuff. One, of course, I think you didn't know about that. And even when you joined, we're still developing all of these things. So, what
Yeah.
made you click the button to join us?
My guts, first of all, and my research. So when I go into something, I want to go 50% in it. And I do a lot of research. So whatever I could get my hands on, YouTube, reviews, everything. And I looked at all the videos Worker posted and really resonated with me, right? And my guts told me, go for it. This is your chance. So I was a mix of guts, my feelings, a lot of research, and
Mhm.
yeah, I went from there because the stuff online is just amazing. It spoke to me so much because that's kind of where I was seeing stuff on the charts and trading, and I knew like Wakar on this video is very straightforward and doesn't lose time. So yeah, all of that was great, and I pressed the button, join.
Amazing, amazing. Obviously, you're almost, as I said, a year with us, so it's been quite of a journey. For sure, you had ups
Yeah,
and downs and moments where you probably were stressing a bit if things will not click and all of that
yeah,
stuff. And then, obviously, getting into the point of, as you said, now winning break even with that consistency coming into place and getting funded. What was the clicking point? Like, let me develop a bit because a lot of people also in trading think clicking is that obviously we have aha moments of you
hmm,
don't know something and then you find something and it's like, oh, that's the reason why I was taking
yeah,
losses. And those aha moments are definitely not aha, I am profitable.
yeah. Of
You
course, it's a
see
click.
that aha moment in yourself. You start to get, let's say, into deeper knowledge, which is phenomenal.
Yep.
But then there's like a period to then apply things properly. So on that period to profitability or to being consistent, where did you find your edge during those systems?
Good question. Every time, since the beginning, I wanted to throw my computer out the window many, many times in the beginning, for sure. Uh, First, okay, psychology is a big thing, right? Patience, context. The context in the chart is very important. Context is king. A trade might make sense, but the context doesn't align with it, and that's how a lot of my losses were there. You know what I mean? Context just when it click, it's like, okay, am I following the trend? Am I counter trend? Where am I going during the day? Where am I going on the higher time frame also?
Yeah.
And patience. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. I think you
Yeah, that's how
mentioned
I
one of the
clicked.
most important things is the idea of context, right? A lot of traders look at the right thing on the wrong context of
Yeah.
stuff, and then
Yeah.
it's kind of difficult to teach on one day. But after a period of time, I think one of the things that I think we're achieving is that idea of like we're all on the same trades. At least with, for example, also my Wednesday calls, I try to give that context in place for people to understand that, hey, we have this context, and therefore people can click the model on what to sell or to
Yeah.
buy, obviously, depending on the context.
Exactly. So yeah, context, fully king. I made a lot of mistakes in the beginning and I knew it. I was like, I'm so close. Like I
Yeah.
understand what I did and I was like knocking on myself on the head. I'm like, I'm missing a little something. Exactly. Context and patience.
Amazing. No, and also very important, as you mentioned, right? I think a lot of people don't even will be on that stage of understanding losses. Understanding
Yep.
losses is super important because you can't learn unless you understand your losses. If it's just a set
Yep.
of complaints, like, oh, we move on, oh, we move on, oh, we move on. Obviously, there's gonna be a percentage where like it was a valid loss, let's say, and we move on.
Hmm.
But you need to kind of like be able to put things together to correct yourself, to not make those mistakes again.
Yeah, it's okay to feel emotions. It's totally okay. Some people say, no, you cannot feel anything. No, feel those emotions, but don't let it take over. You know what I mean? You
Mm.
need to the day is over, okay, next day, you know what I mean? But emotions are emotions. We're all humans, right? We're
Yeah.
not robots, so feel those emotions. It's important.
What is, if I can ask you this, what do you think was your best moment in within WWE?
Best moment?
Maybe there's been too many, and
Probably.
you have to think about it.
Yes, there was a lot. There was a lot. All the stuff you guys put on and the new stuff every week, every month, whatever. But once I finally got the funding and things were going well, and it was recently Adrian, my coach, one-on-one with him, sent a message in the Discord saying it was proud and everything clicked at that moment, and that was a big moment for me. Yeah, definitely.
Amazing, amazing, Ian. Well, thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for your words. It is
Of
amazing to have
course.
people like yourself, like-minded, and that really love what we do. And what
Of
we do, I
course.
don't just mean just the company. I mean like trading itself, because I think we're all pretty passionate inside, and that's the reason why you were mentioning, right? Announcements almost every week or every month, trying to
Yep.
upgrade things, trying to upgrade, let's say, technology systems or stuff that can actually help traders to support. I'm also doing it selfish because I'm actually using it myself. So I am building it, I'm using it, and then everyone also can use it. But I think it's been phenomenal. And Ian,
Yeah.
I don't know, you want to say some last words, and we can do that.
Yeah, some last word. Yeah. Oh man. Trust your guts. You need to be delusional to do that kind of stuff. And you know it. You're like, you need to be delusional, but you know it's possible. That's the kind of people that are gonna make it. You need to believe in yourself and never stop. Because when you fail and you want to quit, that's when it starts to pick up and you start seeing things for what it really is and your dreams start to come true. Never give up. Times are gonna be hard sometimes. Times are really gonna be hard. But trust your guts and don't give up. Yeah.
I fully agree. I think your biggest moments usually comes after the darkest moments, and not everyone has the gut or the tenacity, or how we're gonna call it, to push through those moments.
Oh
And I'm
yeah.
also very proud that you push through them. There will be more, we'll have them, but
Of course.
once you surpass a few of them, you get more confident on yourself and how you can get above all of those situations.
Yeah, life is a learning process all your life, you know what I mean? You just start to deal with it better.
Ian,
Yeah,
thank you very much again. Hope
of
you have a
course.
great day and see you inside.